Hey guys, Peter from Panda here. Hey, I'm down here on the main street in Holland, Michigan. Pretty cool little town. Let's go check it out. Holland is a city in the western region of Michigan located on Lake Macatawa near the shores of Lake Michigan. It's a great place to go in the summer for a long weekend getaway. Holland, as you might imagine, was founded by Dutch Americans and has a large percentage of citizens of Dutch American heritage. It's also the home to Hope College. I stayed at the City Flats Hotel, which is conveniently located a block from the Main Street area. It's a distinctive, eco-friendly hotel that was about $170 a night for a standard room. Check out my other video for a full review of the City Flats Hotel. The city's primary shopping district, a favorite for tourists or just for hanging out, is centered along 8th Street, the city's main street downtown area. Retailers include a diverse selection of locally owned small businesses stretching about half a mile. There's also Michigan's own Cherry Republic, as well as many other interesting stores and souvenir shops and places in general to spend your hard-earned money. There are plenty of places to eat, including outdoor seating. The Windmill restaurant is a great place to snag a hearty traditional breakfast. It's home of the hash brown omelet. I also was able to find a place for Irish food, Japanese, American, and there are several places for desserts, including fudge, froyo, and ice cream. One place to see flowers at any time of the year is Windmill Island Gardens, which you can walk to from the downtown area, but also has plenty of parking and might be a little easier for your feet. It's a man-made island and a seasonal park. It's kind of like a small botanical garden. It features tulips and other varied flowers and gardens, although the tulips are limited to spring. It includes a 250-year-old windmill, which does have tours every half hour, but they do fill up pretty quickly. It has a carousel and Dutch costume guides, which are very friendly. It's $9 per adult to enter, unless you're a Holland resident, and then it's free. But during the Tulip Festival, which is each May, the fee is charged to everyone. During the Tulip Festival, I think it's interesting to note that there are over 6 million tulips used throughout the city, so it could be a sight to see, definitely if you have some time in May. However, on the island, there are bridges and gates honoring the Dutch canals. It can also be used for weddings and has a tent for receptions. And then there are two separate buildings for the bride and groom prep areas. There are small concessions and plenty of gifts and souvenirs to buy, including the obligatory wooden shoes.
This is the next size.
A few miles north of the island, and you will have to drive to it because it includes some highway, is the Nellis Dutch Village. Admission there is $12 for adults and $10 for kids. It's a very small theme park celebrating the Netherlands with a wooden shoe factory, cheese making, petting zoo, food. It's set up like a tiny village on the canals. It's primarily targeted at young kids, ideally for kids probably 10 years and younger. There are a lot of gift shops and activities. There's a massive organ that plays a variety of tunes that will also accompany dancing demonstrations. Take a listen. It's pretty loud and impressive. And I should say, you can, of course, buy wooden shoes here too. What's interesting is that they sell them like a regular shoe store. You get measured and they come in different sizes. I also want to mention the beaches obviously are a Michigan favorite. Scattered along the shoreline are many public access beaches, but the best known beaches in this area are the Holland State Park and the Tunnel Park beaches. Now, I visited the Holland State Park beach, which is about a 7-mile drive, about 15 minutes from the Holland Main Street area. Michigan residents can use the Recreation Passport, which is a great value, and if you're a Michigan resident, I would highly suggest getting that. Non-Michigan residents will have to pay a $9 daily fee to park, which I think is definitely worth it too. The beach is huge and can accommodate large crowds. Lake Michigan definitely has breaking water and almost looks and feels like an ocean. There isn't much in the way of shade at the beach, so I would recommend bringing an umbrella if you're going to make a day out of the trip. There are a couple of piers that jut out into the water and are very popular. They're easy to walk. There's a big red lighthouse called the Big Red Lighthouse on the South Pier, which has been featured in a lot of Michigan art. You can also start a hike to Mount Pisgah from there, where there's a dune staircase that takes you about 157 feet above sea level. I did not do that hike, by the way. There's also a gigantic $6 million house just south of the beach. So if you're the owner of that house, please give me a call and invite me over. Holland is also a short drive to many other lakefront towns, including South Haven, which is about 30 miles away. It's a town right on Lake Michigan with a cute main street and a marina and a nice but much smaller beach. This would be also a great destination for your long weekend too. So, in short, if you're into flowers, Holland is definitely a place you've got to visit. But if you just like having a nice, relaxing Michigan weekend, definitely check out Holland. Put it on your list. Whether you're from Michigan or not, it's definitely worth the drive and the time. Peter Von Panda, out.